afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero Psych Defender of the Fatherland. Your Lord and Master off here to a 1 vs 1. 1 vs 1 is a 2 vs 2 actually on Alliance of Defiance. Set on the Western Front, 1944, somewhere close to the Indians, but not quite there. The Americans with British support are clashing with the German army. In the north, it's Tobstar and Cruzz. 3rd Armoured Division there, backed up by elements of the 11th Armoured. Pushing forwards there against German Sacred Ground Vessels. In the south, we got Terrormodel and Sturmtiger Cobra. Fighting for the German army here, the Kampfgruppe Müller. Stitched together from elements of Luftwaffe field divisions and armoured elements from various panzer brigades. We got Heavy Cavalry, Infantry, Airborne, Royal Artillery, Special Weapons, Commander Regiment, mostly infantry with single anti-tank and bulletin here versus Spec Ops, Fortifications, Scavenge, and Osttruppen here immediately chosen for Sturmtiger Cobra. A rare sight in a 2 vs 2 actually, but interesting nonetheless with machine guns. Then a single 2-2 for Cobra with double infantry and anti-tank gun there as well for Terrormodel. Double sections for Cruzz as he moves ahead here rapidly for King and Country. Up here though in the south it's Tobstar for America. Double Osttruppen here for Cobra. Again, you don't really see a lot of Osttruppen in 2 vs 2s, usually because they aren't necessarily in some ways feeling quite as well. But it's an interesting choice. Again, I rarely see it if at all. I mean, it happens rarely, but it's about as rare as someone going for mechanized assault, which is also pretty rare. Mortar here for Tobstar. Very interesting early choice here. Inclusion probably an expectation of 18 counting machine guns. So note here the way that while Cobra is putting better pressure on the east side, he's mostly focusing on the west center. In this case, backing up Terrormodel on the west, meaning they want to secure this area. Basically not going to fight around here with the Americans. Right, British folks can fight much more effectively, I imagine. So rather than try to fight in an area where they are less favoured, they're going to fight in the west where they're much more favoured. They can keep the Americans more at bay. So again, just basically using a single Osttruppen squad as a decoy, as a bait, just to keep Tobstar's attention here. And this card, it's actually going to work out reasonably well because Tobstar's not particularly going in aggressively either. So it's just Cruzz here versus, to an extent, 2 German players here in the west. So strong, I think, opening play there by Terrormodel and Cobra versus Tobstar and Cruzz. We'll of course have to see how this further evolves. Universal Carrier moving in here, providing a bit of backing fire there for the sections. Novickers machine gun out there for Cruzz for King and Country. In the centre we've got the section creating about here. In the south we've got the riflemen moving forwards there. And we've got the Osttruppen here versus the mortar crew, Liations and riflemen. Almost got the mortar there, but in the end, gonna get utterly overwhelmed. Need to retreat here. Fast Osttruppen out there for Cobra, and it's gonna need it because those aren't gonna make their way home. So he just lost the Osttruppen squad there. Not a great start for Cobra, even though he bought maybe himself some time there for him and Terrormodel in the west. It's not particularly amazing there. Section suppressed Pioneers closing in. Vickers on the way there for Cruzz. Tobstar's now finally sort of pushing out there. Again, the Osttruppen wipe there, only making easy for him to push ahead. We'll have to see how Cobra decides to handle this. Machine gun out there for Cruzz for King and Country. Terrormodel with another kid to try and counter the Universal Cavalry, which is always going to be quite a handful for the Germans to deal with, and particularly gets upgraded with the Vickers K or the Wasp. It's going to be quite the problem. Then we got the Kenneth creeping ahead, but can he get close enough without getting spotted and shot at? Down here, troops in reinforcing there for Terrormodel. For Cobra, we got nothing further away except a very early snipe here. And there you go, the Kevin lands good in the Universal Carrier. I like the line of sight thing to get another shot. Oh, almost got it there. It's actually a pretty good, I think, attack around there, but Terrormodel landed right behind the Universal Carrier. Damn close, for sure. Very nice shot there by Terrormodel, in this case, just not good enough. MD-42 hanging about, they could, I think, try to be a bit more active with it, but obviously once they secure the fuel point, if they lose the fuel, the Germans will certainly be in a rough spot. We got the sniper dealing with the rifleman. Sandbags part well prepared here. It would seem courtesy of Terrormodel. Right now, the Allies are getting most of the map here away from the Germans. A strong push there. Over again, the more, say, defensive play, they have Cobra, and again, focusing backing up Terrormodel has meant, of course, they've conceded some ground, but of course, long term, they will probably be able to switch it back if, of course, some good play happens. In the south here, we now got the forces backing up here. Cobra's Pioneer and Snipers, they move forward to reclaim territory. Rifleman close picking up, we got the Vickers pressing neatly 2 of Terrormodel's infantry units. Not good there. Up north, Osttruppen just acting as spot of the machine gun, ensuring no one can easily creep up on the machine gun gewehr. Following up with another machine gun, so Theoretically 3 Osttruppen, just down to 2. It seems like he's not replacing the lost Osttruppen squad. And then snipers and machine guns. He might, of course, want to consider mortar seed, particularly versus the British. They can be quite effective. Sniper there, Tommy drops dead. Good lord, they got snipers! Well, so do we, but they're just not here yet. University they're putting back the Pioneers forces pressed their pinned to the ground like insects. They beg for sweet relief and someone to kill that bloody machine gun crew, but he's a bit away. In the south, though, Cobra making a good wave. See with the Fortifications, Osttruppen Fortifications, they're making a good wave for Terrormodel. We got taken there for Terrormodel, in fact, and there you go, like Kevin finally knocks out the University. The crew is sent all over the place, dispersed like rubble. We got big machine guns out here as well for Tobstar, so 50 calibers there with an anti-aircraft tech following up. They're pretty much standard meta choice. Machine gun hanging about there. Gonna get brought up with a mortar there. Got mortar line for Cobra as well. So he's gonna be going for a pretty heavy tier 1 actually. Might be indicating he's planning a tier 3 rush then, in a sense. Like skipping tier 2, moving ahead for tier 3 and some faster armour. An interesting choice there, though he certainly has to be fast about it to an extent nonetheless. There you go, mortar from the machine gun. There's only so much time he could just stay there safely without coming under fire from mortar. So in that sense, that's also the reason that's just him just using it more actively. Anyways, sniper here just planking away there, getting a few more Tommies to drop dead. Mein Gott, these Englishmen are easy, Ludwig. But that's it for you to say. You got a scoped rifle. I got a machine gun pistol. And there you go, straight into them before 2 they can suppress. We got the sniper there hanging back. And there you go, taking advantage of the Osttruppen pulling back, hitting the machine gun here though. It's going to be pretty close. If they actually just gone through, he probably could have flanked the machine gun. But I guess he wasn't expecting the machine gun there, which of course is rather good here. Oh, nice incendiary explosives around here, stopping up several infantry squads. Got the sniper moving about there for Cruzz. Going to try and put an end there to that fascist bastard. Mortar out here as well for Cobra. His sniper's about to get counter sniper there by the British sniper, unless it's time to get spotted. Oh, he's out in the open. Does Cobra realise? Shoots. Ah, he's going to lose it. Unless he gets supremely lucky. Oh, smokes. He got lucky. That was really close there for Cobra. Got a big push here though from Terrormodel. Moving up the full screen of this machine gun holding up here. He's going to need some artillery or some armour to clear out that area there for Germany. And there you go, half check on the move as well. But Ken never nowhere needs to be seen, so he can't really stop that either. Got the Vickers, but can Terrormodel actually reach it and get away with it? That's going to be pretty interesting to see there. It looks like he gets away with it. Nice nap there by Terrormodel and the German army. Up here pushing for the Western fuel point. They need to immediately counterattack, reclaim it, or they need to go for the other one. By the way, at this point, I don't think can afford to fall vastly behind the Allies. Then fuel off swimming up there, getting off the good old Panzerfaust there on the half tech, putting down to less than half health, and of course, more importantly, damaging his engine, so he can't really move that swiftly. Snap here with holy smokes, veterans too, but he almost got taken out with a single mortar hit. Forcing Tobstar's mortar there fall back, noting we almost 10 minutes into the game. There's still no additional doctor choices there besides Cobra's Osttruppen. Back here, healing reinforcement going. Still not tech up, definitely feels like a tier 3 rush, but it's starting to look rather sluggish and less of a rush, more of a trot, a slog, maybe a bit of waddle. Also, there's the sections, noting here the Cruzz courses bolster them, increasing their firepower and durability. By a notable amount, for not exactly a lot of resources. I mean, it's overall extremely efficient upgrade there for the British, makes them a lot more formidable on the battlefield. Sniper barrages now, I think, just sniping away. They realise, of course, if he just tries to capture a German sniper, that sniper risks doing absolutely nothing at all, and that's usually the sort of decision you have to make at some point. Like, if you can't catch the other bastard, you might as well have to just get some damage in, otherwise, because you risk just your sniper doing absolutely nothing, while the other sniper just keeps murdering away with, absolutely no fears or worries. Westfield reclaimed Osttruppen here, but without additional support here, they're going to not have a fun time. There's the 50 caliber. In the west, here's heavy skirmishing going on. Machine gun, in fact, double machine guns there. There's the lieutenant and the nearby section, forcing them back there under a hailstorm of death. Got the Osttruppen dealing with the Vickers, trying to avoid it, and there you go, half to up here to back up the 50 caliber. Nice move there by Tobstar. Back here, troops in reinforcing. Got the battle group headquarters up there for Terrormodel. As for Cobra, still no tech up. He really, I think, should be getting there soon. Fuel catching up here for Tobstar, setting up for the long game here for both him and his teammate. Nice play there by Tobstar. Noting he's got a lot of munitions floating, so I mean, either doctrine to utilise either Browning light machine guns or something else, Or just getting out a load of bars, I think would be pretty good here for Tobstar. Pretty good indeed, but so far weapon racks remain locked away. Mortify here, but without any additional support it seems a bit fruitless. Just a tad. Far up north, he got Flushes now here dealing some heavy damage here to the Rifleman, pulling up here with some good shots. Almost got a wipe there. And there you go, Top's a bit too slow to retreat. In this case, it probably had time to do with him hanging mountain units all the way down there as well. And that's one risk, in team games. You try to, do too much, try to cover too much. You risk, losing some of your units and that way getting easy wipes in on you. So, certainly a bit of a danger there. And he paid the price. But he's actually building 2 fuel caches. That is a lot of fuel caches. He's going to rush straight ahead here. And of course, it also means Cruzz can take it rapidly if he wants to. And definitely means they can really hammer the Germans with armor. We got finally take up there for Cobra. Schwer Punch course probably going to set up here for Terrormodel anytime soon. Fuel cache would probably be a great idea for Cobra as well. Still has getting wiped if Terrormodel isn't a bit fast on the retreat button. There we go. We got suppressive volley fire from Tobstar on the rear of the Osttruppen here. Nice work, nice work. There you go. Retreated. Big 2 points wise, the Germans already falling, I think, aggressively behind the Allies, so there's something a bit to be worried about there for the German army. And something that could stand to be fixed here. And there you go, double Academy efforts, ambushing the half-track, except, the other one wasn't quite set up for it. But he gets the half-track nonetheless in the end. Tobstar was not able to get it out of there, and that is put out of its misery. Definitely a tactical win there for the Germans. Removes a very mobile piece, which is great at just locking down any German advance. And for that matter, also just suppressing defenders, like really strong there. So good ambush there by Terrormodel. We got the section flanking up with the machine gun, with nothing to sort of really cover it. Nice flank here by Cruzz, and then of course these research grenades, a nice combination of the bolted sections. No Bren guns, but with grenades and bolted sections, you might not actually need it, though you would really benefit from it though. Caught with the other machine gun, but there you go. Big push from the front. He wasn't expecting double machine guns, but there you go. Complete mess here. We need to get the makers up here, thinking for Terrormodel to back up his teammate. There you go, section getting suppressed. They modify on the other section here. Pretty brutal stuff. They got the sniper there with 3 kills. And Storm to Cobra lost his sniper, actually replaced it. Oh dear. And he doesn't even care about Cruzz's sniper. He just goes immediately to town there, and the Allies realizing he can't afford to wait out here to do anything. Silly counter sniping. More grenades off here. The Germans with Pioneers, Fultons and everything just advance here through the west. Second push back here with the sniper. We got 3 kills there. Vickers hanging back, and down here we got nothing further going on. Troop ceiling reinforcing. No further tech there for Cobra. He really, I think, needs to press the button and move on to the next tier there. Some Panther Falls as fast as possible. I think would be a really good choice there for Cobra. Well, at least getting out an officer to just put some infantry pressure on the field. More to their spot. He's going to get grenaded. He needs to be a bit more mindful there of his stuff. Big 2 points wise. They seem to have slightly stabilised, but even then the lead has begun again. Pushing for the centre here. Cromwell away there for Cruzz. Tobstar. It's not quite yet for it, despite also having close enough fuel and certainly manpower. Munitions wise, though, Tobstar is floating a ton, and really should consider doing something with it. I'd definitely say falling munitions is something that you could be doing a lot more with than just, collecting dust behind the, front line. Sturmpioneer with a Panzerschreck here is clearly not worried about Allied mines. I mean, from the British, you can usually worry about them. For the Americans, in most cases, players won't bother with them. So, I mean, I can certainly understand it. Plus, of course, probably realising they're going to hit with tanks first, so having a Panzerschreck up to help deal with it is not a bad idea. Section there, suppress, push back. The Vickers are doing good work for the German army. Die Deutsche Armee. Ostrom sneaking about. He could try and push up. In fact, the entire eastern area is now quite open. At least for the time being. Got a big push in for the centre. In the west, Cromwell, big machine gun and section moving in there as well. Lots of action here across more or less the entire front line. Not a dull moment here between these players. Mortar rounds there. Snuffs out Private Jim's life. An awkward name and an awkward death. Sturmpioneers need to retreat before they get wiped out. He tried to get the Cromwell there paid though with the entire unit, and then an artillery strike wipes out his folks. Going to be a score. A shattering blow there to Terrormodel. It's actually got quite a bit of manpower there. Floats needs to replace some of these losses, though shouldn't have to. But that was a significant blow there. Sturmpioneer and the Volksgrenadiers. Replacing the Volksgrenadiers with more hardened Obersoldaten, and then following up with Sturmpioneers. Sehr gut. Cobra though needs to attack. I mean, Jesus, he's got almost 300 fuel. He could easily be pushing for medium armor. He could, at this stage, probably get away with rushing out a Panther, to be honest. Like, he's just doing nothing with his tech, though. He's definitely inefficient, I'd say, there by Cobra. He is definitely rather inefficient and something he should be working very hard towards rectifying. That's definitely not the sort of, shall we say, flaw you want. Sherman on the way there for Tobstar. Arriving there for America, Freedom and Democracy to back up the... Actually, that's an ambulance, never mind me, and not entirely sure what I was talking about there. Cruzz here could consider cause more armor soon. He could also consider maybe hammer tactics or anvil tactics for either Churchills or Comets. Machine gun the recruit. Pushing up the eastern side fine here with snipers and pioneers. Sehr good there. Still not take up for Cobra. I'm not entirely sure what his strategy is involving, but it really should be involving some tech by now. I mean, again, he could easily have been pushed for tier 4 and begin building a Panther roughly about now, at least a Sturmpanzer. So, not a huge fan of this. He's building the light to mechanized company now. It's definitely a very delayed light to mechanized company. I might even say too late. I mean, again, he could easily have Panzer Force Stugs out by now. Easy. But there's that. We got Orbison pushing up and noting both the light machine guns. Might indicate he's not planning spec ops because otherwise I imagine he'd be going for double infrared assault rifles there that can be very potent for attacking allied positions with. Sniper there with 13 kills, Veteran 2 doing good work for the British Army, for the Commonwealth. Back here, troops in reinforcement, got a fuel cache up there by the way for Cobra. Excellent work. Excellent work. Wish I could say the same about his taking though. Cromwell going for the Osttruppen, shattering through the nearby terrain, opening up in the orbital dart and forcing them away, showing they aren't that over. Sherman moving in there, fires a scathingly weak shot there, despite firing high close rounds. Pack forward in there for Cobra. The pants out the cannon of Fiat, Killers are flanking the Sherman. And we got briefly looked like an attempt maybe a artillery strike there, but doesn't look like it in the end. Tobstar though is beginning to upgrade his men with bars and other fun things, so that's great. Some munitions expenditures are good, noting there will be almost 20 minutes in the game and still Cobra's the only one who's really gone for a doctrine. Still nothing now. I mean, you think you want to push at least for tier 4 fast because then you can focus on upgrading his Osttruppen with light machine guns, which would be helpful as well. So I'm not entirely sure what's happening with Cobra and his tank, but definitely feels like an oversight. Mines up here for Terrormodel, very good, very good. Mines up as well for the British player, also very good for him. That's good for the Germans. Probably hit strength like Kednefers. Oh dear, too slow here, too slow. Can't even pop smoke. Main gun is out. He's going to lose it. There we go. Cruzz did not expect that, and there you go. Terrormodel is pulling for a Panther. Excellent. Whereas only now Cobra's teching up. Well, of course, the Orbital overall can get a Panther faster. It shouldn't be the one to get out of tank first, I would say. So that's a bit awkward there for Cobra, but hopefully something will be happening soon on the Panther front for him as well. Panther's going to definitely help out. I think the Germans in particular backed up with the double orbital dart, and that's going to be a lot of fire upon the move. They can shred both infantry and armor. If you remember to upgrade the Panther machine gun, it can even shred it a bit harder. And there you go, second doctrine chosen, 18 minutes, 30 seconds into the match. It is special weapons for Cruzz, entertain infantry, crocodiles, half tracks, hold the line, and concentrated fire operations. A bit of there to go with everything. Lieutenant heading there for the cutoff points, section heading southwards. Victory points wise to jump down to less than 200 while the average is still at 488. Panther has arrived here for Model and the Kampfgruppe Müller. Pinback machine there being added to the Panzerkampfwagen 5. And there you go, got the Sherman going to turn in the Volkswagen. That's going to be another wipe there. Panther moving up, and there you go, engaging the Sherman head on with its high velocity cannon. Sherman stands no chance then, particularly not with high explosive rounds. The Panther's armor is just as strong. Get a bit of sniper hit there, jamming the turret ring. Sherman actually got a penetrate with the armor piercing rounds. Panther doesn't care because there's nothing else to threaten it. So he's just going to go for the Sherman here and knock it out. Any infantry that gets away could risk getting crushed here, but the Panther, there you go. Got a single kill with a machine gun. Sherman gets away. There you go. 6-pounder gun there flanking the Panther. Very good. Didn't get the sniper. We got the Orbs on the backing up. Heavy fire there on the British infantry. Mortar fire landing awfully close, but still the Germans continue to find him. We actually got heavy sappers up for Cruzz. indicating Churchill tanks are being planned distance. That means he's gone for anvil tactics. Another trot on the way there for Terrormodel. That's going to be a mechanised regiment, probably for repair parties. Might be staying up for the King Tiger. And we finally got T4 on the way there for Cobra, but considering again he barely went for anything else, he could have had this out much sooner. So definitely a bit of a sloppy oversight, I think, there by Cobra. Loading the double mortars. Quite a bit of impressive piece of artillery there to support his men. And quite, I think, conundrum for the Allies. The British, I think, are more exposed to mortars than the Americans. Troops standing about. Panther being fixed up. Sniper fire there. Getting off a good hit in the section. Machine gun sitting up as well here. Trying to push for this in the fuel point and the victory point. For the centre one, by Kedner's hiding up, we got the Orson as well. We got a big push here for Cruzz, launching himself forwards for King and Country, the Commonwealth, for King George. I thought it was King Harry. He's dead. Oh, it was King Edward, maybe. Got Jackson out here though for Tobstar to back up his shown here as the German Panzerkampfwagen 5, and we'll see if Cobra goes one as well. They probably should consider it. Sturmpanzer though would be a bad choice either. Section, they're getting hammered by the double mortars. Is he barraging though? He is not, meaning they're going to be less accurate. Generally you want to barrage because that's the most effective way of using the mortars. I mean, the auto fire can be nice, but the barrages just really can apply some serious killing. Sherman forwards here. Panther on the way for? No, not yet at least. He's still a bit short on manpower. Churchill halfway down there for Cruzz. Gonna probably need some armour support here from Terrormodel to back up Cobra. 15 kills from the sniper. Panther moving in. In the centre, we got a bit of a standoff between Tobstar and Terrormodel. We got Terrormodel moving in his Panther as well, so he's basically managing a lot here. Panther fast, he could go from the Sherman, and either way, that Sherman's not going to make it back home. Except in a pine box. Well, the crew is, the Sherman's not. That's just going to be abandoned. So there goes Sherman, knocked out here by the Panther. A nice kill there for Terrormodel. Bit of a loss there for Tobstar. Was yet to go for Dot, and now has Terrormodel. Panther being repaired up rapidly. Punishing forward into the sniper with 19 kills. Big push into the West machine guns doing especially the Veteran 2 for Terrormodel's Vickers machine gun. We got the Orson joining over the LMG-34. We got weapons dropped in there, bazooka, and something like, looks like something got obliterated there. The lieutenant there for Tobstar suffering some heavy infantry losses, something to be mindful of. And there you got almost losing the section as well. That's a mine plus the machine gun. Artillery fire called in here. Oh, calling in here, wiping out the machine gun. A shattering blow there, tearing the heavens apart before striking down that house. And there you go. Cobra going for a Panther as well. There's going to be two Panthers. We got the other one moving forward here aggressively. Strengthen line of fire, the Churchill, Jacksons, and anti-tank guns. A bit risky there. Still putting a bit of pressure there on the ally with the Panzerkampfwagen 5. We got artillery support called in here by Cruzz, though the question of course is where. Might be turning to the favour here on Cobra's machine gun, and he's not going to pay attention either. There's going to be two machine guns taken out by massive artillery strikes. Good God. Panther halfway done there for Cobra, for Terrormodel. Mechanised regiment is up, repair parties on the way. Say good. And half our way, Terrormodel's the only one with no doctrine chosen there. Pack 14 being overwhelmed by the Churchill, popping grenades out there. Cruzz is only putting some of those abilities to great use there. Orbison putting forward for Kedner's also putting forward here. The Orbison can't help much against the tank directly. They can't clear out any supporting elements of the infantry can't anyway. So there you go. Churchill taking hits from like Kedner's. The 18mm the rockets just piercing through the thick hide. I think roughly 150mm thick. There we go, Panther out for Cobra, so that's a total of 2 Panthers on the battlefield. Quite a bit of armour there. Germans down to 119 victory points. Grab the centre victory point there. Might be an idea to actually use the Orbison to booby trap some of these points to make it harder for the Allies to rush ahead for them. There you go, get Baltaladnung straight on the rifleman, and oh! Pop goes the weasel! Violently so. Orbison almost rolled out, but still, getting a rifle up there is a pretty nice win there. Pretty big loss for Tobstar, who is just bleeding out profusely. He is just suffering. And it certainly leaves Cruzz, I think, to do some of the carrying here as the Germans are just unrelentingly pushing forwards. More snipers on the way for Cruzz to just basically try and just attrition out the Germans that way, I guess. Tobstar, I imagine, is going to stall for the Pershing. As for Terrormodel, what his further plan is harder to say here. Mortar with 6 and with 13 kills. Alice pushed forward to get the British there with a bar. Orbs they're doing what they can to hold them off, though. Veteran 3 versus Veteran 1, though, of course, these are Orbs, no mere mortals like the infantry section. There you go. Jackson getting the Panther into tankers opening up as well there. Heavy damage to the Panther, down to less than half health in a single volley. Certainly considering Cobra there to push out. Panzerwerfer on the way, though he could have technically, I think, gone for Sturmpanzer, which I think would be better. More useful versus support weapons, all more consistent pressuring. And just nasty overall, but he's going to go for the Panzerwerfer Terrormodel. It's hard to say what he's planning. Could be another Panther, though. Double Panthers from him would, of course, be quite effective, so he can coordinate those well. Up north, Churchill there for Cruzz moving in. He could be setting up for the Crocodile as well. He's not far off from that one. Almost got the fuel and a bit more than the manpower, though. Sniper there, rather ignobly cut down by the Obersoldaten, proving that you need to actually be in a safe distance to really be a sniper, otherwise you're just a target. Entertains have been glided on the Obersoldaten, just laying down a murderous hailstorm. These are just bloody Terminators. Dust Terminator. And unlike the American ones, they actually get their bloody target killed. Artillery strike. Here, I picked part of a retreat path, but also take up the cash. An interesting choice there by Cobra. Panzerwerfer barrage off. Right into the base, maybe? Nope. Apparently he really wants that cash dead. And there you go, Tobstar going for the Pershing. That's going to be a lot of heavy armor on the field here. 2 Panthers and 1 Pershing plus the Churchill. And Cobra, Terrormodel might in fact be going for the second one, in which case 2 Panthers. He could theoretically go for the King Tiger, but he could just go for the Panther. I mean, both are viable options. Grenades off there. Looks like Tobstar's upgraded that as well. Tobstar, they're still obviously critically low in units. Needs to be mindful of that. Panther engaging halfway to death and also closing in Veteran 2. Oh, Panther down, bit of a blow there to Terrormodel, and maybe had the other Panther there. At least, exposed to them as much. He made a better position, but the Panther's down. He's replacing it though. At least that's something. Cobra, it's hard to say what's going on. Got the Pershing moving forwards there, almost getting the sniper. Dashing through here. Cobra's lines like Hercules through a Peter shot. I don't know. And West Panther moving up machine gun bunker there, set up to cover the western fuel pump, but not the victory pump, which you would imagine for the Germans, but only 110 should be a bigger priority considering the house got 468. Panzerwerfer there, the 1 kill. Pershing gaining into the base there, tearing out whatever remaining Osttruppen there Cobra's got with its 90mm gun. Tobstar there's clearly feeling pretty bullish. We got no bullish. Cobra here with his Panther moving in aggressive as well, but risking some unfortunate situation if he's not careful. If they were to lose both the Panthers right now, that'd be pretty awkward. Terrormodel's Panther's almost done. And there we go. He also finally goes for Doctrine. It is Fortifications. Probably not because he's planning to dig in heavily, but probably because he wants the artillery. Insulators are backing him up. I mean, that's definitely one thing to consider. Another Panther with a barrage here to try and silence all the Allied support weapons, but Cruzz was already in the movement, basically avoided the barrage. We got Orbs on there just again laying down the murder barrage, pack 40s, opening up his 6-pounder gun, cleared out. Sniper could be the next victim of the Obersoldaten, and no, he gets away. I mean, he's probably going to need a lot of stitches, but he got away. And there you go, the Obersoldaten just are murdering everything within the line of sight almost, it seems like. Ends up retreating in the face of the Churchill, but still they are proving to absolute beasts. And there you go, double Panthers going after the Churchill, Veteran 2. Pop smoke here to help cover out his retreat. Very nice click there by Cruzz, covering it up there. Other Panther fall back to not cover the old Jackson. Moving in for a few extra hits to ensure the Churchill gets away. Nice covering there by Tobstar, his teammate. Nice work. Trying to restore the 6-pounder guns there. I think it's a really good decision there by Terrormodel. Denying them is too late there. Close one though, close one. Fighting here for the Eastern victory point. Sort of. Should probably move in some troops to help grab that. We got Rangers out here for Tobstar. Rangers to lead the way. 6-pounder gun there trying to be knocked off with, but a bit too slow. He's just going to get murdered by the British. Rangers moving up. Noting no Thompsons here though for Tobstar Rangers. I mean, they're pretty good with the M1 carbines actually, though of course they do perform a lot better with the Thompsons, but they're not terrible with the carbines, though they're not terrible, they're not re-echelon carbines. Holy smokes. That was some pretty big explosions, but I think with no real effect there. He's actually gone for double Panzerwerfer, despite so far not really improving himself very good with the first one. I definitely feel like Cobra should just gone for Sturmpanzer. It's much more consistent and, you know, a lot less, you know, unlikely just to not murder something compared to the Panzerwerfer. We got a howitzer up here for Terrormodel. The Germans are going heavy into artillery right now. I think Cobra still got his 2 mortars, so he's got 2 mortars, 2 Panzerwerfers, and Terrormodel's now going for a howitzer. The Allies comparatively, he's got, well, the base howitzers for Cruzz and a mortar for Tobstar. Of course, on the other hand, the Allies got a lot more victory points than the Germans here. That's a massive difference. Panther being fixed up. Pershing and Watch, we've got the Rangers, got the Yesens, got the Sniper section coming in there. Noting that Cruzz is not upgrading many of his section enemies, again sticking to grenades and other fun stuff, and of course upgraded sappers. Panzerwerfers unleashing hell. Getting calf points, harassing there, goes sniping in there, 26 kills. Cobra's there at 17. We got here Searing artillery called in the midst of the Allied assault and lines. And very nasty work, then they aren't realising it, they're going to get murdered possibly here. There goes section on taking up with the artillery. But quick to fall out there once realised we've got Panther and barrage down as well. The sector is just going to get hammered. Fired up north there, points being seized by the double orbital Dardan group there. Any troops going to just intercept that with a single squad will find themselves not very happy about it. And there you go, the rifling just dropping in seconds, since again the orbital with both the bar and the light machine, they're just absolute beasts. I mean, just look at that. They didn't stand a chance. It was like, oh god, we're dead. The section is next victim of the double orbital Dardan. And that's just some vicious murder fire. No survivors, if possible. Still not got the center victory, and they're down to 70. The Germans really need to do something about these victory points. They probably should at least do some heavier pushing for this victory point, since that's much more easily undefended. But they seem to be more occupied with just the destruction of the Allied forces, which is not a bad idea, but if they've run out of victory point before that, it's not going to particularly matter. So there probably needs to be a reprioritization there by the Germans. Panther heading for Terrormodel, getting the Churchill, very good. He can maybe consider no one soon. Howitzer there has far, but yet not really done a lot of damage. More Panther fire out here for Cobra. Just so much artillery, so many rockets. So, oh, he's got 4 kills on one of them. You'll have to see if the other one is pictured out a bit more. Also 4 kills, not bad. Plus gets one of the anti-tank weapons out of the way there as well. Very good. Very good. That's definitely getting better there for Cobra and his Panzerwerfers. Much better. In the south here, you've got the foot of the section up close. Grenades off there, and an excellent grenade throw there by Cruzz. Good management there. Sniper with 30 kills. Kedna rushing ahead here and supported a bit in the blind there. Anti-tank is being destroyed here with the bridges as Kedna tries to escape. Terrormodel needs to be careful with those Kednathers. Allies in a decent amount of control here. All forces coming in there to nap that bar for Germany. Back here, troops in reinforcing. Offers out here for Cobra, not bad at all. Until he uses the concentrated fire ability, that'd be really good. That would be really good. S-Man's up, they almost got the section there, not bad at all, not bad at all. Panther moving forward here aggressively for more Terrormodel, I'm not touch what he's playing with that. Theoretically not too far from another Panther as well, at least a Panzer IV. 41 points left. The Germans really need to do something about those victory points. Got a smoke screen here though by a Cobra. Great use of the officer there and his free smoke rushing in all of the infantry. Though we can see there's immediately cannon call in there by the Allies. Most likely to make this just sort of prevent them from easily grabbing, but still using the smoky to push through, clearing out any support weapon. Panther fire raining down as well here, completely devastating the Allied defense of this smoke screen has been, I would say, absolutely crucial for this attack. There we go, 6 pounder gun down. Pershing accidentally destroyed, ensuring the Allies can't recruit either. Artillery fire raining down here, officer needs to retreat. before he gets wiped. The Orbison should also probably retreat before they get murdered by the artillery. Rendered neutral, buying them time. And they certainly got in some good hits there on the Allies. A good strong attack. They've only been backed up by armor. It probably could have been more effective. 4 and 5 kills on the Panthers. They did nothing. We got airburst rounds coming out. They're hitting the center victory point. Southern point here finally being seized by the Osttruppen. Back here, hitting forcing on for the Germans. Panther being fixed up. Howitzer blasting away with 3 kills. Section them to grab the center victory point swiftly for King and Country. We got the Persian, the Jacks coming in here to deal with the Southern Huns. And we got another Panther there for Terrormodel. So that's going to be double Panthers alongside Cobra's 1 Panther. Don't think he can call in another one at the moment. Actually, well, he could probably... he can't go for the Sturmpanzer either. He's got too many units. Fighting for the center victory point here. Southern one has been abandoned for now. 36 points left for the Germans. Another Panther away there for Terrormodel. Rangers moving in. They're close to veterans. One folks need to be careful. He's got the Scot on the way. They've tops it up with infantry. Though he's barely got any infantry left himself. In fact, he's just down to the Rangers. That is definitely dangerous here. And there we go. Jackson down, knocked out by, I imagine, a artillery fire by the looks of it. Nice kill there. Nice kill. Yup, that was the Howitzer there that completely set it off. Tobstar is definitely then in a very weak spot. Those calling in more armour here to back things up. More tank destroyers and more infantry. Very good, very good. Pershing there with 22 kills, veteran 2. That's definitely great for them. That's some good Pershing preservation compared to a bit of the other slippers there for Tobstar. And there you go, second Panther out for Terrormodel and the Kampf Gruppe Kron rushing through the lines. You need to get the Panthers up to deal with that. Panther Bell's got actually a bit exposed. It needs to be the other Panther moving up. People have not a lot of imp support. It's going to be hard there to make anything gained without just getting shot to bits. And there you go. Kron running in here behind the lines. Could take out the Panther Werfers. Panthers trying to catch up with it, but it's not quite working out. Their Panther's going to go down. Oh, the cash absorbs the hit. Fult's going to Panther Faust it. Very good. Pack 40 letting off hit as well. And there we go. Panther moves in. Panther Werfer down. Cromwell, though, blows apart there, costing Cruzz 1 tank. Interesting enough, he's gone for this doctrine, but so far he hasn't really used it except, I think, for 1 artillery doctrine usage ability, and that's it. No crocodiles, for example, or half-tracks. The Cruzz is also starting to look pretty weak on infantry, and you should probably look into that. 36 points left for the Germans. Seems like they're turning this around now. Panther moving forward here. Pershing needs to be careful, very careful. In fact, for Tobstar is also rather short on munitions. Cash down. Panther halfway to death. Need to fall back with that. Panther fall that gets knocked up. Panther taking a few hits here. Push up here for the centre by Cruzz's Churchill backing up the infantry. There you go. Grenade on the Orbison, bunched up too close, forcing away Terrormodel's best troops. And there you go. Panther takes a re-hit here from the Churchill, but gets Panther Faust in return. Another hit, then that probably going to force the Panther to fall back. Oh, he exposed to the rear by accident. Not good. Scheiße. Jürgen, don't expose the rear to the enemy. Sniper up here, grabbing the northern victory point back. He got 26 kills on him. Cruzz's sniper is now long dead, and they're going to send the explosive around to make it hard for the Tommies just to rush forwards. Pushing up for the southeast, some aggressive play, and then we got the officer moving in, calling the smoke and heat just to contest the center victory point. Nice work there by Cobra once more. No, he's using it to call in Panzerwerfer barrages. Oh, sneaky, I like that. Since with this coordinated barrage ability, you can actually, skip barrages cooldown if someone have that. So you can, for example, use a Panzerwerfer twice in a row then. Smoke calling in to help ensure they can grab the center victory point safely. Big push north here, Panther machine guns, Volksgunde rushing forward to seize that for Germany once more. 32 points left range here with the southern one. Topstar doesn't have smoke here for munitions for a smoke screen, so he can't clear up the range with just easy pickings here. Got the Scot and the Pershing in. Let's clear out the Germans there. Very good. Got the Churchill moving up here for Cruzz. Another Church. Oh, Cromwell on the way. Still no crocodiles at all. I'm a bit surprised at that. But I'm guessing Cruzz doesn't feel like it's necessary. Panther very close to the advantage. He's going to flank in against a crocodile. And there a crocodile. Churchill. Damn it. So many C-word tanks. But there you go. Panther getting victory for Cobra. Very good. Very good. Terrormodel's Panther still a bit off from that. 31 versus 412. Wrecking like Kednov that he's trying to. Pershing there is halfway to veteran 3. Panther doing repairs. Other one moving up there for the fatherland, getting more machine guns. Very good choice there by Terrormodel. As for Cobra, he could actually probably get going for another piece of armor. And I mean, another Panther would be pretty solid for him, or again a Sturm Panzer up deal with infantry. So those are, well, Panther can't go anyways, but still, Sturm Panzer could be helpful. Panther one back here, he's got a big British push moving in. Orbs on the moving forwards again. One veteran for the other veteran 3. We got 31 kills, we got 21 kills. The ones with the bar until the light machine gun are, unsurprisingly, getting a lot more killed than the ones with just the light machine gun. Panther moving forwards into the Jackson. Panther needs to be careful here. Terrormodel, don't want to throw away a Panther at this stage. Veterans 1 gains, shots bounce, some penetrate. Veteran Panther crew from Cobra moving in it to push back the after. There you go. Jackson, Pershing move. Bit of a dangerous dance here between Terrormodel and Cobra, and there you go. Down to half health on the Jackson already. And the third Panther moving in the field. It's 3 Panthers versus a lot of British armour and American armour for that matter. Church moving forwards here. Shot from the Panther there, bounces off. Panther with the barrage in here in the midst of everything. Oh, Cromwell, their main gun, it's out because of it. Pretty good shot there, plus section. There we go. Cromwell is down. Panthers moving forwards here. Shots being fired here. Folks with the pack 40 flanking in. The artillery called in. Oh dear. Cobra called in. The artillery prevents him from following in on the attack. That's a bit awkward there by him. Bit awkward. Tip continues calling in on tanks. It's a bit superfluous there, to be honest. So I definitely feel it wasn't the best one. But there you go. Still pushing ahead despite the artillery running in there. And there's friendly fire on that one for sure. Going there for the Scot, at least maybe the Jackson. Jackson almost down, 82 on the other Panther, very good. Might get the Scot there, which for some reason Tobstar's not moving. Pop goes the Weasel, Panther moving forwards there. Oh, he's going to throw away the Panther, isn't he? He got the Jackson though, but I don't think the Panther's going to survive this. Unless he gets supremely lucky, which, I mean, isn't impossible, but didn't happen. Cruzz's ace Churchill there took it out, punishing there, I think, Cobra for extending it. Don't think it was worth trading a 32 Panther for Jackson. Saying that when you theoretically just called in more Panthers back up, but there you go, replacing at least the lost Panthers fast. Churchill there being flanked by the Panther, the other one is back here, waiting repairs, should probably get over there at least. Utter pandemonium in chaos here, range as the Orbison's killed center victory point. Panther finding way, but needs to fall back now, and even then it might be too late. Yeah, Panther down, the Germans are perhaps getting a bit too confident, but there you go, Tobstar's Rangers are down. In fact, he's got Reessence and a mortar left, and a Pershing, that's it. Tobstar's otherwise more or less broken, shattered. But the Germans are certainly suffering heavily as well. In fact, most sides, in fact, are pretty battered, but the Germans are slightly better ahead. And even then, not by a lot, because they lost most of their armour. Sabbaths there wiped out again by the Obersoldaten and the Panzerwerfer combo here. 33 and 31 kills. They are absolute beasts. Mein Gott, Jürgen, yeah, no one ever told me it would be so easy shooting the Allies, yeah. I mean, compared with the Russians, I mean, you'd think they have no will to live, yeah. I don't know what's causing this, but I'm not complaining. Panther on the way there for Terrormodel. Artillery rain down here around the Allied base. Machine gun there with close to 3, 18 kills. Impressive work with that. Vickers, and there you go, fresh Panther out there. So many Panthers in this fight, there's so many Panthers. So many Obersoldaten and so many kills for them. You got the ace pushing out here though for Tobstar too far there, forcing him out of the base for some repairs in a slightly less exposed position. Cruzz not going for any more armour as well, he's just down to Churchill. They definitely need more armour, I think, to stand against chance against the Germans. Panzerwerfer here, so they now gain all 3 victory points, digging in with machine gun bunkers. Very good move, I think, there by Terrormodel. Cobra should also do that. In fact, he's going for bunkers and trenches. Cobra here is going full World War One. Alert Hindenburg! So things are about to happen. Hindenburg, he's dead. Oh. Alert, Rommel? He's also dead. Ah, scheiße. Who can be alert then? Zephyr. Ah, please not him. Section moving up, we got the officers there, popping diversion, getting grenaded, rushing in there. We got Panther fire off as well, and we got ace Pershing running through here, straight into the German lines against Cobra. That machine gun needs to get out of there fast. 300 points left here. Officers just running around there. Could probably get away with calling some artillery on the Allied positions. Just a bit. Got the Orbital running in the move. Raking up the kills. but no armor support. Instead, they're moving eastward, so they're going to go for the Pershing. But backed up here by Jackson, follows them being obliterated in the open. Veteran 2, Panther, the Veterans 1 here, going for the Jackson first, prioritising. They, of course, need to kill for that Ace Pershing, as that can do some serious damage as well, particularly gets to flank them. He's even popping combined arms switch back, while it increases its rate of fire between the infantry. And there you go. As you might notice, it's shooting really fast. I mean, again, I really can only recommend people using combined arms, because you can see that thing is an absolute monster. It's practically got an autoloader on it. It's just tank for the German armour. 47 kills, almost taking out 2 Panthers more or less on its own. With that, you know, combined arms ability and veteran 3, I mean, really, I do not understand why more American players don't use that ability. It's almost broken without actually being broken. Like that one time where it literally was broken and was just used by everyone. But now where it isn't broken, but it almost is, because it's really, really powerful used correctly, no one uses it. Tops there going for ranges. Churchill tank there down to half health. More Panzerwerfers. I really feel like Cobra should just go for more Panthers rather than more Panzerwerfers. Like, he's got enough artillery. And he's not even using the more Panzerwerfers very well anyway. So he's just... I'm not entirely sure what's here with the Cobra's obsession with Panzerwerfers. When I werfe the Panzerwerfers, mein soul gets uplifted. Just go for the Panzers, Herr Hauptmann. Nein, I don't want to. 33 and 35 kills there. Now the Churchill out here for Cruzz. They're certainly being out on the victory points. The Germans are dug in, and they got the Panthers ready, they got the Oberstdorf ready, and they got the artillery ready. We even got here another Syrian artillery ready just to break up any attempt there. Cobra calling in some Osttruppen. No Panzer going to be there being attempted by him. Got to push for the southern victory point. Officer rushing in there. Might call in some artillery to just further break it up. Oh, grenade off. Clears the trench immediately of any Osttruppen. Looks like he didn't call in a coordinated barrage, just the Howitzer barrage, which could also work, but I think the Panther barrage will be faster. Churchill in the centre, we got Panthers engaging it. High velocity guns here with the Churchill's heavy, thick front armor, 6 guns backing up. That's probably where the Panther barrage should be, unless the sniper clears it out here with 37 kills. Excellent work there with Cobra sniper. Panther moving forward to 6 gun backing up. Still got the Ace Churchill ready to support as well. Artillery just hammering the point here. We got the Pershing clearing out the bunker, 50 kills. Panthers moving forwards here. We got artillery called in. We got Syrian artillery called in here on the area there. Feel that's a bit of waste, but still might catch immunity if the Allies aren't paying attention. There you go. Mortar getting hammered. Everything's just getting hammered within that circle. It isn't German. In which case, it's getting some very encouraging words from like 50 kilometers away. You can do it, Ludwig. Just try not to get hit by the artillery. Churchill there putting back. The Fulton's got the Osttruppen sniper on the way there for Cruzz again. This late into the game, my God. 52 kills in the Ace Pershing. 139 left for the Allies. Panther moving forward to their veteran. 2 closing veteran 3. Everything's just being shattered by artillery. It's utter madness. Pandemonium. Götterdämmerung. You name it, it's that. Ragnarok. Trump's second term in the White House. I mean, whatever you call it, it's the end of the world. Sniper standing about here with 39 kills. Machine gun there closing in veteran 3. Churchill's falling back. Officer moving forwards. Calling in artillery here. I imagine this might actually be the Panzerwerfers one. Yup. Bit too slow to catch him that. Range scram the car point here. Fresh officer out for Cobra. Nice to see someone actually using the officer. Very nice, in fact. Pearson's with a Pilfoot machine moving forwards there. Double orbital dart, and they need to be careful, but still applying heavy pressure. They're pressing forwards into the Panthers. Somehow miraculously dodges every shot there. Ooh, Panther there. Needs to be careful. Would be a waste here for Terrormodel to lose a veteran. The almost 3 Panthers. Also down and push back. Church taking hits here from the double Panthers. Cobra's Panther is back there being repaired. Might be careful with the Panther Terrormodel. It's almost absolutely free. If he can get to 50, that'd be huge for him, and would be a shame to lose it right before it, or after that for that matter. Betty 2 on the other. Panther both need heavy repairs. They don't have enough pioneers. Cobra should actually because the more pioneers to repair. Mines going off there. Center victory point being rushed. Southern one being hit as well there. 115 versus 25. This is going to be close. This is going to be really close. Panzer there, shattering the British advance. They go for the centre victory point. Men being flung left, right, and centre. In the south, Pershing strikes the southern victory point. 56 kills. Clearly, this Pershing has been favoured by Corn, the Blood God. Panther going straight here for the veteran 3 Churchill. Panzerfaust attempting the Pershing and damaging the engine, but can the Germans finish it off? Most likely not. That's not the looks of it. Since both Panthers down there being repaired, and Cobra's Panther need repairs as well. 98 here versus 25. Section almost killed here. Germans still got the victory point control. That's certainly looking a bit tenuous here. Cobra needs more troops in the field and more armour if preferable as well. Orbison should be careful about bunching up too close now with all the explosions going on. They're going for the centre one. Then quickly out the anti-tank and Panzerfaust and the Ace Churchill from Cruzz with 24 kills. Popping grenades here. Germans easily dodging that. One just retreats. Doesn't want to risk it. Panthers still being repaired here. There we go. Engine repaired by the crew while under fire. All sorts of fire. They somehow still managed. 6 Pack 40 crew there. Exploded by Terrormodels. How to their veteran 4 by the way. More units being obliterated. 20 kills on that one. Impressive work. Direct hit on the Pershing, closing in veteran 5. Panther 5 just in case someone's at the victory point. Cobra doesn't know. Cobra does not care. That point is just getting hit. Panther's almost good to go altogether. Sending in one of the Panthers here to the front line. Machine gun crew annihilated. All victory points and lost for the Germans. 22 points left. This is oh dear. Grab the centre one here. Could maybe pop down a smoke screen with the officers help cover him up. 79 left for the Allies. Panthers more or less good to go. At least Terrormodel's Panthers are, but one here that's been on the rush is already in a bad spot here, trying to get the Ace Churchill. Got Jared Jam, but there you go. Good to go again. Good to go. Almost got it. Almost got it. Needs to be careful though. Panther barrage off here. Officer calling in here on the Allied positions. Rangers there close to being obliterated by it. Oh, Ace Panther. Oh, not Veteran 3 Panthers. Not Ace, at least for the other Western. It's not Veteran 5, but still going into the Veteran 3, rushing in aggressively here. Needs to be careful not to extend and lose them. Almost got the Ace Churchill there. Cobra's Panthers nowhere to be seen. More Panther barrage on the anti-tank gun. Oh, got the Ace Churchill finally, but he might lose the Panther. 9. Not the Veteran 3 Panther. It gets torn apart like a lamb set upon by wolves. Down the centre victory point. King Tiger out here by Terrormodel. Königstiger, Cobra. Still no additional armour, just one Panther. Probably should have rushed in to back up Terrormodel's Panthers, to be honest, but that's a bit too late now. Nice just sending it blindly there. Not starting play, I think, by Cobra a bit late. He's about to lose it, in fact. Rather wasting all that time repairing, to be honest. He got 3 points left versus the Allies 79 here, fighting for the centre victory point, though. Can they render neutral fast enough? They can't. It's GG. Game over. Holy smokes. That was an absolutely insane match here with heavy casualties on all sides. Close to, well, roughly 800-900 casualties there. That is some pretty serious stuff there. Heavy bleeding on all sides. Lots of tanks, lots of tank destroyers, and one of the most impressive combined arms usages I've ever seen. I mean, again, that Pershing more or less single-handedly almost took out 2 Panthers on its own. I mean, that's, I think, should be a highlight just how useful combined arms can be under the right circumstances. Like, that ability is powerful. The opposite of the part there. I mean, I feel like Cobra there definitely did not quite pull as much of his weight as he could there. He's taking more sluggish. There's definitely some issues there with force composition at times, and I also feel like double Panzerwerfers was not an optimal choice for him. He should have had he gone for another Panther as well, I think they could have much more consistently crushed the Allies, you know, with 4 Panthers. Though, of course, better handling in the Panther times, more support with infantry would have been great. But in the end, an absolutely apocalyptic fight right here on Alliance of Defiance. In the end, the Allies pulled through, but it was really close. They were so close to losing. and could have probably made use of artillery themselves and some smoke screen to carry up the pushes for the centre victory point and the western ones. There are definitely some improvements there on tactical level as well. But there you go. An absolutely amazing 2 vs 2 fight right here on Alliance of Defiance. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. And if you like what we do, you can donate or pledge on Patreon. Links are in the video description. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. You all have a wonderful audience. Hope to see you more again for another sunny episode. Bye.